Hello everyone, welcome to Simple English Hub, where we make learning English easy, practical, and fun. Today, I want to share something very personal and inspiring, my journey to learn English. If you are learning English, and sometimes feel frustrated, stuck, or even think about giving up, I want you to know that you are not alone. Many people struggle with learning English, including me. I was not always fluent, and I had my own challenges, but through patience, consistency, and the right techniques, I improved my English step by step. In this lesson, I will share my experiences, struggles, and the methods that helped me succeed. My hope is that my story will inspire you to keep learning and never give up on English. When I first started learning English, I was excited, but also nervous. I had big dreams of speaking fluently, watching English movies without subtitles, and traveling the world without feeling lost. But very soon, I realized that English was not as easy as I had imagined. I struggled with pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. Even though I could read and write in English, speaking was a big challenge for me. I was afraid of making mistakes and embarrassing myself in front of others. Have you ever felt like this? If yes, don't worry, it's completely normal. Many learners feel shy and afraid of speaking at first, but the truth is, mistakes are a natural part of learning. If you never make mistakes, you are not learning. One of the biggest challenges I faced was understanding native speakers. I could understand English in my textbooks, but when I listened to native speakers, it felt like they were speaking too fast. I could only catch a few words, and by the time I understood one sentence, they were already saying the next one. I felt frustrated and thought, maybe I will never understand English fluently, but instead of giving up, I decided to change my learning method. I started listening to slow English first news, podcasts, and audiobooks made for learners. Then, I gradually moved onto normal speed conversations. I listened again and again, repeating the words and phrases. Slowly, my ears got used to English, and one day, I realized I could understand full sentences. If you are struggling with listening, don't worry, it takes time. Just keep listening every day, and you will improve. Another major problem I faced was forgetting words. I would learn new vocabulary, but when I needed to use it, my mind went blank. This was very frustrating, but I discovered that the problem was not how many words I learned, but how I learned them. Before, I used to memorize long lists of words, thinking that would help. But the problem was that I never used those words in real life. So, I changed my approach. Instead of just memorizing words, I started using them in sentences, writing short stories, and speaking them out loud. I also started using flashcards with pictures and English definitions instead of translations. This helped me remember words faster and use them naturally in conversations. Another thing that helped me to improve was thinking in English. At first, I translated everything from my native language to English in my head, but this made speaking slow and difficult. So, I trained myself to think directly in English. I started with simple sentences like, "It is a sunny day," or "I need to buy some food." Then, I moved on to more complex thoughts. This helped me speak more fluently without pausing too much. If you want to speak English faster, start small. Describe what you see, what you are doing, and what you are thinking in English. The more you do this, the easier it will become. Speaking was the hardest part of my journey because I didn't have anyone to practice with. I didn't live in an English-speaking country, and I was too shy to speak with others. But then, I realized something important. I don't need a partner to practice speaking. I started talking to myself in English every day. I would describe my day, tell stories, or even pretend I was having a conversation. I also recorded my voice and listened to it. At first, it felt strange, but over time, my confidence grew. And when I finally spoke to real people, I felt much more comfortable. If you don't have a speaking partner, don't worry, you can still practice speaking on your own. One of the biggest lessons I learned on my journey was that learning should be fun. In the beginning, I only studied grammar and vocabulary, but I felt bored and unmotivated. Then, I started learning English through things I love: movies, music, books, and games. I watched my favorite shows in English, listened to songs, and even played video games in English. Suddenly, learning didn't feel like studying. It became something I enjoyed. When you enjoy learning, you improve much faster. So, find ways to make English fun for you. Watch movies, listen to podcasts, read books, or even follow English-speaking YouTubers. The more you enjoy the process, the easier it will be to stay consistent. There were many times when I felt stuck and wanted to give up. Sometimes, I felt like I wasn't improving, even though I was studying every day. But then, I learned something important. Progress is not always visible. Just like a tree takes time to grow, language learning takes time too. Even if you don't see improvement every day, you are still growing. One day, you will suddenly realize that you can understand more, speak more confidently, and express yourself more naturally. That is why the most important thing is to keep going, even when it feels slow. Looking back, my journey to learn English was not easy, but it was worth it. I faced many struggles, listening problems, forgetting words, fear of speaking, but I found ways to overcome them. The key to success is not talent or intelligence, it's consistency and persistence. I improved not because I was special, but because I never gave up. If you are learning English, I want you to remember that you can do this too. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to learn everything at once. Just take small steps every day, and you will improve. My final message to you is this: believe in yourself and keep going. Learning English is a journey, and every mistake you make is a step forward. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to the person you were yesterday. If you practice a little every day, you will see progress. If I could do it, so can you. So, if this story inspired you, comment below, and we'll keep learning English. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Keep learning, stay motivated, and I'll see you in the next lesson.